Before I want to get into that, welcome to my FPL 31 plus team selection. Now, before I want to get into that, I want to talk about my 30 plus because it's the best week I've ever had in fantasy. I'm still buzzing about it, and I know it's only my first year playing, but still the best I've ever had. I'm sitting at 90 points right now with James Justin coming in for the most solid, which was so frustrating. But I just found out that Kevin De Bruyne is benched for this coming week or this game in an hour, and that's a little frustrating. But at least Mahrez starts, and that's going to be my biggest differential. So I'm at 90 points with Pope left, and I'm trying to decide something I'm going to do if I get 100 points, and I want it to be wild, but I haven't decided. Let me know if you think of anything. So that's where I'm at right now. I had a fantastic performance from so many players, and I couldn't be happier with the week I had. But let me move forward into my Game Week 31 selection team. So I went with Pope in goal. I just think that he is he's been solid all year. I'm not going to touch him unless I had like an extra transfer to get rid of. He's just been so great all year, and he has a chance for clean sheets with Burnley. And if they do, he's their best player, so he has a chance of bonus. Ignore my overall ranking, by the way. I'm still working. It's my first year. Alexander-Arnold, he is, again, a no-brainer. I think everyone has him. I was going to say at this point, but they've had him all year. He is the best right back in the world. He's consistently attacking. He's consistently on set pieces. I think that he is phenomenal, and he's a no-brainer. The next one I have is Doherty, and I think that he is a must-own at this point. He's still relatively low on live ownership because of his price tag, but if you look at his run of fixtures, he has Bournemouth coming up, Aston Villa, Arsenal, which isn't that good, even though they're a big name. Sheffield looked terrible on attacking-wise yesterday or 2 days ago. But then you look at what he's done lately. Look at this. Since Bolly came back, 6, 6, 10, 12, 6, 12. And he's done this against Manchester United. He's done this against Tottenham. It's not just the terrible teams, Leicester. He's doing it against the big squads too. And add that to the fact that his run of fixtures are great coming up. He's sitting in a 3-5-2. He's on the wing. He's pressing forward, sending in beautiful crosses as you've seen. He's getting in the box. He is a must-own. But I know at 6.3, it's a if you can buy him kind of a thing. The next up I have is James Justin. I think that he is a really solid player on a solid team. I know that the Leicester have struggled with their defensive capabilities lately, but with Ndidi back, they look good. And if it wasn't for just that phenomenal bicycle kick in the 88th minute or whatever, they would have had a clean sheet. But it is what it is. And James Justin coming in, playing that right back looks good. And at 4.7, I don't know how much better you could do. I have him starting because they're playing Brighton. Now, I have Lundstrom on the bench, but with Lundstrom being is he going to start? Is he not? I can't put him in just in case he only gets, again, another 30 minutes. So I'm have James Justin in there, and against Brighton, I think that's a solid bet. So moving into my midfield, I have De Bruyne in, and I'm almost a little happy. I just found out that he is not starting in the game today, which makes me a little upset knowing he was my captain. But at the same time, I'm happy because I'd rather have him rest now than rest next week against Chelsea. I already have my mini league wrapped up, so I'm a little happy about that. He is the best midfielder in the world. He's a no-brainer. If you don't have him, he's still underpriced at 10.6. I think that he is worth 12, 13, honestly, especially now that he's on penalties if Aguero's off the pitch, and Aguero's off the pitch more often than not, it seems. I think Jesus has more minutes than he does. I think De Bruyne is the obvious captain. Not the obvious captain, but the obvious pick. I also brought in Son. Now, this is one I wanted for a long time. I've liked him a lot, other than the fact that I captained him when he got a red card. Son is the best player on the Spurs. He is so electric. I had to bring him in for Mahrez, even though Mahrez has started back-to-back games. I just can't consistently trust that. I brought in Son. If you look at his run of fixtures he has, West Ham, Sheffield, that's still good defensively. But then he has Everton, Bournemouth, Newcastle. I think he is so electric. They're fighting for a Champions League spot. He's averaging 6 points a game under Mourinho. He's up in the league leaders in assists, even though he missed a lot of the season with an arm and a red card suspension. He is a must-own if you're looking to climb the rankings like I am. Excuse my tongue twister. I'm even debating capping him this week because has West Ham. Now, a big thing, too, is that he was making so many fantastic runs behind the defense, but with Lamela playing that center attacking mid, I don't want to say I like Lamelo, but he was working hard, but he's just not the same quality that a Dele Alli can be. I know Dele Alli is still inconsistent, but when he is on, I think Son is going to be a great player. And Son's on set piece, or he's on corners too, so you can get a couple cheeky assists like that. I think he is going to be a fantastic player, and again, a potential captain. And as you see now, my captain right now is Mo Salah, who didn't even start last week, didn't even come in and play. And I have him as captain because they're playing Crystal Palace. And hear me out on my conspiracy theory on why he didn't start. I'm thinking he didn't start because they want to win the league while they're playing on the field. I know it's wild and out there, but if I'm Klopp and I'm saying, hey, we're so far ahead, I don't want to, and we have a chance to win it on the field instead of right now if Manchester City loses and we're all at home being quarantined. That's a little bit of a sour apple. So I'm still captaining Salah, and I hope that he starts this week. And I still want you guys to help me on where I should go with my captain, and it's going to give me some headaches tonight. In midfield, I have Bruno Fernandez. Now, I was a little concerned with Pogba coming back. I know that those two are phenomenal players, but with Pogba coming back, I was concerned. Is Bruno Fernandez going to lose some opportunities to create? Is he potentially even going to lose penalties? Is he going to be as vital in this offense as before? But when Pogba came back in the second half, that attack switched. They look so dynamic going forward. They look instantly creative. And I think that with Pogba, I think they're almost they look like they've been playing with each other for years. Pogba will kind of drop back deeper and get the ball and throw it forward so Fernandez could sit higher and be able to roam more and even be more attacking. And I think that he is going to be another must-own. He still had penalties with Pogba and Rashford on the pitch. They even had in the half-court offense, if you will, Fernandez would be on the right, Pogba would be on the left, and they would work the right side. And if that wasn't working, then they'd swing the ball over to Pogba, and he would work with Rashford on the left side. And Fernandez would make cuts off of that, as well as Pogba. And I think that they just work so well together. And if you're looking for any of them, if you want a differential, Pogba's going to be looking like a quality one, but Fernandez is a must-own at this point. I know I've said that a lot this time, but I'm just so confident in their ability to get returns, to get involved in the offense. He's on every set piece. He is a need if you need to climb the rankings. So for my attacking, I went with Rashford. I like him a lot. I think that when he was playing before he had his back problem, he was like the third highest scoring player in the FPL. And you look at his run of fixtures, same as Fernandez. I think that he is. I know I've said this a lot, but you have Brighton coming up, Bournemouth, Aston Villa. And with Pogba, look, if you saw that pass that he had that kind of sliced it to Rashford on the dime, Aaron Rodgers would be proud. I think with Pogba consistently looking to get Rashford in behind, I think with Fernandez being super creative and also looking to get Rashford in behind, he has two of the best midfielders in the Prem, if not the world, a little bit. I'll say in the Prem, consistently looking to get Rashford involved in the offense. I think that he is going to bag in 5 or 6 goals before the season ends, at least. I think Rashford is not only a great player for me going forward, I'm also debating captaining him a few of these weeks going forward. As far as Ings, I have him in there, and I was going to take him out before this week, but I'm glad I didn't with that big return. He should have honestly had 2 goals. One of them hit crossbar that he should have looked like it was just a bit of rust. Expect him to put those away. The second goal was just a curling beauty. I wish Ray Hudson was on that call. But with Danny Ings, the problem with him is that he has Man City, Everton, Man U. It's just a hard schedule coming forward, but I bought him for like $6 million, and so I don't want to get rid of him. What am I going to do to replace him? I think he's just too quality, and I think that with Arsenal not being that great defensively and with Watford coming up, I still think he can get a goal or 2 in those. My last attacker, I went with Jimenez. I think that he is the top 3 striker in the Prem right now. Especially if Traore is on the pitch. If Traore is on the pitch, Traore is so creative and so fast and so strong. He is consistently blowing by defenders and creative. He's blowing by defenders. He's getting down the wing, and he's consistently putting crosses. He has so many assists to Jimenez this year. I think that with him on the pitch, it makes Jimenez an even stronger buy. And you look at his run of fixtures, you have Bournemouth, Aston Villa, you don't really have any schedules that I would say I'm scared of. And I'm even debating capping him this week with Bournemouth at home. I know there's no crowd as home field advantage really a thing now, but I think that Jimenez is great, and I think that he is just a clinical goal scorer at this point. But this is my team for Game Week 31 plus. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for sticking around this long. If you have watched this whole time, let me know who I should go with my captain. Am I going with Mo Salah? Am I going with Son? Am I going with Jimenez? Those are my three I'm going back and forth between. Let me know what you think. And the last thing I'll say is, with so many games back to back, I think it's important to get a strong player on the bench. Not necessarily a strong complete bench, but at least one player that can come in and get a couple points, maybe a return here and there. I mean, De Bruyne got benched today. Mo Salah got benched yesterday. I think it's going to be important to have at least one bench player that can score going forward. But thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about my captaincy. Let me know what you think if I should do if I do hit 100 points for the first time in my FPL career. Thanks for sticking around. Like and subscribe. Good luck in Game Week 31. Done out.